So in this video, I will show you how to catch UI issues in your web application before it reaches your users. We will use Playwright for visual regression testing so that we can see it when the UI is changed unexpectedly. Let's get started. Unit and integration tests are great for functionalities, but they don't always catch when layout has changed or your dark mode doesn't work as expected. With visual regression testing, we take screenshots of our pages and compare them over time so we can quickly detect and fix unexpected changes. I have a simple gallery application that displays images in different viewports. We'll use this application to showcase how we do the visual regression tests. So as you can see, the application is very simple. It's just showing the images in the grid. And if we resize the page, you can see the layout changes. So things like this is very hard to detect in unit or integration tests, or sometimes it's even impossible. But with the visual regression test, we can detect the pixel difference, so we can detect the error much earlier before it's reached to our users. Install Playwright is very easy. We just using the npm init command to initialize the latest version. It will download all the necessary packages and set up the configurations, and then you're ready to go. So we simply type npm init playwright latest, and it will ask, do you want to process? Yes, please. And where do you want to put the test? We want to put that into VR tests because we want to put the visual regression test into this folder. And we want to add that now and install the browsers. Because Playwright will use the headless browser to test underneath, so we'll need to install all the browsers. Yes, please, let's do that. And now it detecting, because I have already got the configuration generated before. It's asking me if we want to override. Let's say yes. And it says there is a demo exists. Do you want to override? We don't actually care. No. And now it gives you a list of commands you can use, like run the test. You simply use npx playwright test. It will run all the tests we put into the folder we just configured, like the VR test folder. And if you want to see the UI, because it will have a GUI you can use to, you can select the command, the test you want to run. Let's see how we want to test our gallery application. So this is the test I just wrote. It looks pretty similar to the jest test. So basically you have a test, you have a test and you do the description, and then you will have a test body. So in here, we just want to set the viewport size. We want to test the desktop first and give it the width and the height of the viewport. And so next step will be go to the application. So if we assume there is an application running on port 5173, and after that we will wait for the page to have a few images, and we ensure the image are all loaded completely. And then at the last step will be checking the page to match a screenshot of gallery's desktop PNG. And we want to see if it's like less than 100 pixels different, we're tolerant of that. We think it's okay. And anything bigger than that, we probably will raise an issue. And the code is pretty descriptive. And if we now run the test, it fails because we don't have the application running on the 5173 yet. So it failed on this connection refused. So now let's firstly launch the application. So we can run dev. It will start the application on this port, and then if we go to the browser and we see that manually, so you can see a gallery application up and running. And if we now resize the page, you can see that it's a responsive page. And now if we run the test again, let me do this, run test again. This time it failed because we don't have the image or the baseline image defined. At the very last step, it failed because it cannot find the gallery desktop PNG. This is okay because we don't have a baseline yet, so we need to create the baseline now. So if we go back to our repo and we run the test again, but this time with parameter called update snapshot. This command will generate a baseline for us because we don't have a screenshot. We don't have a snapshot yet at the moment, so it will create that snapshot whatever it says in a browser. And the next time, if we made any change, we can see the different. So now if we run this, it will create a few screenshots. And if we now go back to our application, we can see that the folder generated like gallery spec.ts snapshots. And if we open up this image, you can see that for Chrome, it looks like this, Firefox and WebKit. So that's our baseline. And if we now run the test again, this time it all passes. And if we open up the report, and in the report, we can see the Chrome, Firefox, and WebKit are all passing. And now let's say we break some UI on purpose and see how the visual regression test can help us to catch the error. So now if we go to the application in a gallery.tsx, there is an array of images. And now let's say we change the image to run the gallery. Like this one is using the 19, we change that to 18. So now if we run test again, it will say there is a difference in the image on the last second one. And if we run test again, it should catch that error. So let's do the npx Playwright tab. And now it catches all these three arrows. And if we go to the Chrome one, you can see that there is a difference here. There are a few ways you can check what exactly the difference is. So this is a diff view, so you can check what is exactly the different part. And if you can compare them side by side, and sometimes maybe it's a small pixel difference, you cannot see it. But yeah, this one is pretty obvious. This one image is different. But I found the slider view is much more useful. So if we go to the slider, there is a bar here. You can slide it left or right. And I found it's much useful to use this slider view. So it's much easier to spot the difference. Particularly if you see the diff is in this area, and then you go to the slider and drag it to see what exactly the difference is. Sometimes you can see the very subtle difference in the pixels, like a 1 pixel height or shorter. You can spot that right away. And if that change is on purpose, it's intentional, we can accept that by saying, okay, npx playtest updates the snapshot. So this, and it will use the latest UI as a baseline again. So next time, if anything goes wrong or like anything different from this baseline, it will throw a error, and we can catch that before it reach to our users. But this time it's obviously an unexpected error, so we will need to fix that in the code and rerun the test. And this time it should pass, and we can show report again to see all the tests are passing. Alright, that's how you set up your visual regression test with Playwright. It's a very simple way to keep your UI in check. If you found this helpful, please hit the like and subscribe for more coding tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.